Hello, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of Record Collecting from A to Z here on Bryce and Bigham. I think this is episode 5. Peep the A Lot Like Birds sweatshirt. If you remember, the two records that are the very first in my collection are A Lot Like Birds. So, fun little callback. Today, got a bunch of cool stuff. And like half of it is shoegaze. But there's some metal mixed in there. But first, we'll start with the acoustic giants, Fleet Foxes. This is one of my favorite Fleet Foxes records. And it's their self-titled. But what's cool about this is it came with the self-titled, which is great. Yeah, I like it that it's in the anti-static covering here. But it also came with the copy of the Sun Giant EP, which is probably one of my favorite Fleet Foxes releases. I love Mykonos. It's really good. And it's actually probably my favorite song that's not on this album, but that was included in this release. But, I mean, all of these are good. So, if you like acoustic stuff, and you haven't heard Fleet Foxes yet, highly recommend. Let's see. Up next, got one of my favorite metal albums. It's Gojira's Fortitude. I went and saw them. They opened for Deftones in Nashville, I think in 2022. And holy shit, did they rip. That was probably one of the best metal concerts I've been to. And there's the band in all their glory. But this album's great. And it's like, I don't know, I like all their metal. They're French. They did the Olympics. They played at the Summer Olympics when they were like going through the river and they were in the Bastille. It was pretty cool. But I like their music. A lot of it is very like environmentally focused. Like Amazonia, which is on this album. Flying Whales is very like environmentally not friendly, but like it's all commentary on the environment or like global warming or like, oh shit, the species is going away. So I definitely recommend listening to that one. So up next, we got two records from one of my favorite bands of all time. One of my exes introduced me to them, and she's like an audio tech, something like that. I don't know, but this is Greet Death. They're great little rock band. They kind of blend shoegaze and indie rock, but this is the first album I ever listened to by them, New Hell. And I love that album art. But this was like a special edition thing on like gold. They're with Death Wish Records. So both of these were made in the Czech Republic. But this album is like, this gets a 10 out of 10. New Hell gets a 10 out of 10 from me. You absolutely cannot go wrong with this album. Like every single song on here is a banger. Do You Feel Nothing, the second song, it's like a 15 out of 10 for me. Definitely recommend listening to these guys. And then this is their new album that came out this year, Die in Love. And this one's really cool. It's 9 songs about love and death. And this is like a 1 in 500. I just pre-ordered it. But there's some funny little references in there. Like song number 4, Red Rocket, is about the South Park episode where Stan hits the Red Rocket thing. And it literally talks about, being a dog in there. So that's always funny. And I listened to that. That one's a little slower than New Hell. But it's still really, really good. Up next, got Gen X. This is a really good album. Old school rock. Dancing with Myself is a great song. Haven't listened to this one in years, but I love all the old school, just like band pictures. It's all, they all look like, look away from the camera and we'll look famous. But that's a really good one. Definitely recommend listening to Gen X too. I actually need to go back and listen, but totally worth it from what I remember. Up next, I have So Long Avalon by Anthony Green. So Anthony Green was the lead singer of Sousin, but he's kind of off and on. He's in Circus Survive and everything. LS Dunes is really good. I've seen them. All of his music is really good. Tortured Soul, but fucking great guy. And his first record he ever released was called Avalon. So this one's called So Long Avalon, and this is basically just him re-recording that album with like pretty much a different take on every song. So it has a really different sound compared to just Avalon. But this is a beautiful, beautiful album. So listen to the first one and then definitely listen to the second one. The difference is like very clear, but it is totally worth it. And then the last record I've got, I believe I've actually showed before. It's Death Consciousness by Have a Nice Life. And this is like a slow-gore shoegaze classic. But again, it's got Death of Marat on there. This album's really sad. Like a quick one before the Eternal Worm Devours Connecticut is extremely sad. Hunter's sad. And it's not really a concept album, but it did come with this 75-page little booklet about a cult that's supposedly, I don't know, it's inspired this album. I need to go through and read the book, but I love that record. Whenever I'm feeling really sad, I'm like, oh shit, let me play this. And it always goes well. So that was a little bit of a shorter video, but I'm really glad I got to show some of the shoegaze classics. And we're getting to the meat of the record collection. Like there's a bunch more shoegaze coming up and all the really good stuff. I've put out a few videos just about like my rarest records and my favorite Wilco albums. So I'm trying to shake it up a little bit. It's my goal to just keep posting about music. It's something I really enjoy and it's something I want to continue doing. So if you guys want to see album reviews or like recommendations or like my top 10s, let me know. More than happy to do it. But either way, see y'all soon.